Hi, I'm Wade Wingler with the Indata Project at Easter Seals Crossroads in Indiana. Today we're going to talk about a really cool mainstream product that comes from Apple that makes a mouse a little bit easier to use and might allow somebody with a disability who has a limited range of motion to use a mouse and a computer in a completely different way. So in just a second we're going to go here, take a look at this Macintosh computer and the Magic Mouse. You know, when we talk about adaptive computer access, a lot of folks might have trouble with the keyboard. Well, I want to show you a couple of things about a new Apple product called the Magic Mouse, which makes the keyboard a little less useful, or at least gives folks a different way to access the computer. So the first thing I want to do is show you, this is the new Magic Mouse from Apple. And it looks like pretty much a regular mouse. It's small, it happens to be wireless. But the interesting thing about this is the entire top surface of the mouse is actually a multi-touch system. So you'll see there's no button. The whole thing is a button. You can right click up here on the top corner. You can also scroll up and down by using one finger or two fingers, and there are different gestures that allow you to control things on your computer. So I'm going to jump down here onto my iMac, and you're going to see that as I use the touch or the Magic Mouse here, when I move up, it's going to allow me to scroll up and down. Or if I move my finger left and right, it's going to allow me to scroll my window back and forth. Another neat thing about this is if you're in a web browser and you do a two-finger swipe to the left, it's going to back you up through your history. So you can go forward and backwards just by doing a two-finger swipe. Now, over the years, I've worked with a lot of people who have difficulty with range of motion. They may have very good movement in their hands, but not a lot of distance they can cover. Well, there's a trick you can do on a Mac. I'm going to go down here into System Preferences, and I'm going to click on Language and Text, and then Input Sources over here. And the very first option is the Keyboard and Character Viewer. When I check that, it turns on in the upper right-hand corner a little icon here that represents the keyboard, and I can click Show Keyboard Viewer. Now what that does is it brings up an on-screen keyboard here on my computer that I can resize, make it as big or as small as I need it to be, and then I can type with that keyboard. So if I fire up Microsoft Word and get a new document going here, I can then use this to type whatever I want. So if you think about it, between the combination of the built-in on-screen keyboard and the extra features of a Magic Mouse, there's a whole lot you can do to not use a keyboard and still have access to the Macintosh computer. In a little bit later, we're going to go talk about a program called the Better Touch tool, which takes those gestures that are available and expands them into an even more customizable environment. So again, that's a pretty cool thing coming to you from Apple. So that's your tech tip for this week. I'm Wade Wingler with the Indata Project in Indiana.